Hello everybody, welcome back once more to Monster Prom. What were you thinking today, that there was only going to be one Monster Prom? Well, guess what? There's not just one Monster Prom, because there was a Halloween update made for today. I'm TheOutbackAl. We should say who we are.
I'm Hot for Justice.
And I'm Chivinu.
And Monster Prom on, I believe it was the 28th, they came out with a Halloween update. Kind of came out of nowhere a little bit, and so we're here about 3 hours before the day of Halloween, making sure we record this so you guys can have a little Halloween action. Let's just do one player. I think there's only we believe there's only the one route, so we're gonna try to get through this kind of fast, so we can get it all done in like one episode for you guys. You guys can have a little Halloween hootenanny. Let's hit that short game. I don't know, unless we need the long game. I hope we don't need the long game. Spooky high, yada yada. Who do we want to play as? Okay, we're just going me.
Yeah, let's just be you.
Chibi, Gav, Al, Gak.
Okay.
What up, Gak? Oh, we're Legion.
Yep. Again.
Alright. Do we know if this is specific to any individual?
From what I was seeing from the trailer...
It's an item thing, right?
Yeah, we need to buy an amulet from the shop, so we need money.
Okay.
And then... I'm not sure. It says there's supposed to be, like, 2 new featured characters in this.
That's cool, but they'll probably be involved with that thing, right?
Yeah, but apparently the story apparently this time's going to touch on some heavy topics, so...
Okay, warning to anyone who's watching. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't think any of these are a money
Democracy
thing.
is broken. Profit. Second one.
Oh, it says profit. I didn't read it all. I'm not very... Oh, no, that's fun. Well, I guess not.
But
anymore.
anything that talks about money,
Chance
profitable,
global warming.
down, bottom,
What?
bottom.
Oh. Oh, man, you play this so much, you just know.
I see words.
should we just pick whoever?
I want to see new outfits, so let's try and find Zoe
Okay.
and Cal.
Well, Cal is to feel truly
alive. Ooh.
And then Zoe will probably have something to do with fanficky stuff. Cool gift for your anniversary.
There is no Zoe
An art
here.
commissioned by Picasso. She is an artist.
Okay.
I think that's Zoe. Use the word commission. Yep.
Oh!
I know my girl.
Nice.
She's my second favorite. We all know who number one is.
Yeah.
True that.
Alrighty.
Floaty, floaty, floaty sign. Okay. Money! Go
Alright.
library.
Doesn't look particularly spooky today.
No.
Blah 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 blah.
Blatant scam.
Blah, blah,
Money.
blah, 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 blah. Tail end of a classic Zoe Calculaster exchange.
Are they? Yay!
Oh,
Are they both dressed like the Coven?
Yes, yes, they are.
Where's their third member?
I think Dahlia might be Joy.
Okay, that's fine. Oh, do you want to be Zoe and I'll be Vera this time?
Sure.
Okay.
But student ex-teacher Fick is super overdone and makes me really uncomfortable because, like, the inherent imbalance of power. Like, could you imagine how problematic it would be if PGS hooked up with one of us? Yuck.
I think we have seen this exchange before.
We have. But I just wanted to see their outfits.
Yeah.
I cannot seem to recall what Principal Giant Spider looks like anyway. Image PGS not found.
Yeah, we've never seen him. Ah, the joys of new students adjusting to the rules of spooky hot. Are they that new at this point?
There she is!
You there! Killing machine and abyssal terror!
Rude?
We have definitely seen this whole exchange like 30 times. I
Yes.
need an impressive ally in my fight against the reign of the Levays over the 8th circle of hell.
input quippy response about your sense of fashion being from the 8th circle of hell.
Oh, that's a good one. I have no need for your verbal criticisms! What I need is the power of being beyond the average monster to aid in my glorious and righteously justified takeover.
No thanks. I'd rather just write a steamy fanfic in which you and Damien are a crack ship who hate sex just to annoy you for annoying us.
We need to act now! While the King and King LeVay are distracted by throwing an admittedly adorable theme brunch, I'm not leaving without one of you with me! Holy shit, she really means it. Time to help one of your classmates out. Guess you better decide which one you don't like. School's full of tough choices.
Okay.
Dahlia, don't be fooled. The Eldritch being is clearly under Damien's spell already. Look at all these pictures she drew of Damien shirtless. She's a LeVay sympathizer. No, calling this robot a killing machine is inaccurate. A real killing machine would be a tank. He's not a tank, so he's worthless. Go for the tank. I mean, I kind of like Zoe better than Calculester.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I would go with the first one. Oh. I guess it was not a thing. It was actually another. Okay. Ah, so this is quite the extensive collection of Damien LeVay drawings. But wait, this appears to be a wounded Damien being nursed by Vera. Damien dying in Liam's arms.
Oh, those are just illustrations from my traffic hurt/comfort fix.
Yes, I too will be comforted by Damien being hurt.
No, that's not what it means at all. It's just that people enjoy the drama.
Yes, my takeover of the 8th Circle will be gloriously dramatic. Come along, Eldritch Horror.
I am no longer an Eldritch Horror. I am an Eldritch Cutie Pie.
Yeah.
You will rue the day you have called me such. Your eyes will melt deep into your skull, and your skull will turn to dust inside the flesh of your face, which will rot off. Oh my. I don't know what came over me. I'm so sorry.
Emotion identified, sadness and shame, engage protocol, comfort friend.
Great! You've scared off both my living weapons! Clearly you are in league with the LeVays. Prepare to meet your doom!
Oof.
Aw man, now everyone is mad at you. Plus the beatdown Dahlia delivers gives you -2 fun and -1 charisma because neither fun or... Wow, that ended poorly.
At least we have money.
I thought it was just a deciding on who to help thing. I didn't think it was an actual thing. Do you know how much we would need, or should we just go for it? Because we definitely got 9 by now, right?
I don't know offhand.
Gav, how much do we have?
We have 9 money.
That's a pretty good amount. I would think that whatever item would probably be pretty cheap to start with, right?
Hang on, let me check.
We're cheating a little bit, but because we want you people to see the ending.
I just want to make sure that we can actually buy it, so that way we're not wasting time.
Well, I mean, it's an item; it has to be bought, so. I'd honestly be surprised if it was more than 5.
I don't know. I can't seem to find it.
Look, I think we should just go for it.
Then it is new, so...
I don't think we lose anything by going for it right
not
now.
up here yet. And we can always check with Valerie.
Good old Gak. What's it going to be today? Is that the thing?
Yep.
$7. Yeah, we're good. Oh, there's that other item we found. We'll have to do that at some point. Oh, and the police report. We're gonna have to do a couple of these at some point. But yeah, for now, we'll a locket bearing not only a curse, but also the sad love story between Winston Montgomery and the mysterious Esmeralda.
And those are the 2 new characters, I think.
Okay. Yeah. Who would want to save money for their college fund when you can spend it on weird stuff that's most likely useless? That's the spirit, champ. Alright, here we go into the evening, and we'll see how this all progresses. I can't really see our stats. I don't really know what we're gonna need, but...
I don't know either. We're flying by the seat of our pants, folks.
Let's go.
What are our highest stats?
What's our lowest?
Because we can't see them.
Yeah, I can't see at all.
Our lowest is creativity and money.
Okay, well, money was gonna be, yeah. What's our highest?
Our highest is smarts with 9.
Okay, and what about our fun and charm?
Our fun is 5, our charm is 4, and our boldness is 4.
Okay. I mean, I think maybe it would... Smarts we're probably good on. If we have any smart answers we need, it would probably behoove us to pick up one of our lower stats. Not
Let's
necessarily...
Just go to the auditorium.
Well, if our creativity is our lowest stat, then we can definitely guarantee which ones are going to be the creative options and just not go for them.
That's true.
So I think keeping a dump stat actually might be beneficial in this game a little bit. I would say let's go for like, well, she's at the outdoors, so fun's out, but we could do charm in the gym.
Okay.
Epic dodgeball match, yada yada yada, zibbity doo da, dapty doo da dee dee ba doo, 2 charm, which kind of helps us because we lost some early on. Trying to focus on your own love life, but the sloppy makeout sounds coming from Violet and Tate are making it difficult.
My turn.
Oh, boy. You did not get to do this person last time, so that's good. And I didn't get to do Dahlia, so...
Take that somewhere
Oh wait, no, that's
else.
me today.
Oh no, that is you. Go.
Take that somewhere else. My snakes will never be able to digest their food if they have to watch this disgusting display.
I think I do a better impression of this than I do of Zoe.
It almost sounds like you're Liam, but I do agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my fanfiction muse is running for the hills. How am I supposed to write romance when the two of you are making it look so unappealing? Well. Sounds like somebody is a little bit jealous of our amazing, perfect, wonderful relationship. We're not bothering anyone. You commented on my fanfic, still not as romantic as Every Day with My bae. And then a bunch of heart eye emojis and stars and also the kimono emoji? Why did you comment the kimono emoji?
What is the kimono emoji for?
I don't know.
You see, Zoe, this is why it's better to be a strong, independent nightmare creature, terrifying women.
You don't know what you're talking about. Gak, you're always trying to romance your classmates in various unlikely ways.
It's true.
It's a couple versus a pair of people who don't understand the joys of being in a couple. Go on and be the tiebreaker.
Well, if Zoe and Vera don't want to be in a relationship, it's going to be hard to get them in a relationship with you. Time to convince one of them. Okay, so are we choosing between Zoe and Vera?
I think.
I'm not sure what this has to do with our item. Vera, historically the only reason why people married was tactical alliances and increasing the wealth of both families, so really marriages are a great way to solidify an increasing power and material gain. Zoe, when you're in a relationship, you can do silly couples cosplays for Halloween, like peanut butter and jelly, or puberty and shame. Okay, last time I just thought this was a straight choice between people, and I was wrong because this is actually a stat choice.
It's always a stat choice. Unless you're in the lunchroom.
Okay. Is it always a stat choice early on in the game, though? Like when you're picking
It's always
between
a stat choice with a bonus of heart points.
Okay. I honestly think these are both working off of our worst stats, though. Because the second one sounds like creativity, and the first one sounds like money.
Second one could be charm.
Maybe.
The second one sounds like fun to me.
You know what? It could be fun. I think we have more possibilities, unless the first one's smarts. I think basically we can say none of them are boldness.
No. Ooh, or the second one's creativity.
I don't know what to do. Should we just flip a coin?
Yeah, why not?
My heart is torn anyway.
Ooh.
I got heads.
Okay, first one.
Yep, let's hope for the best.
So smart.
It's okay.
No. Marriage for love isn't a lie. Love is wonderful. That's not at all.
That is by far the best argument I've ever heard. Violet and Tate, you may be brainwashed by a series of never-ending heteronormative rom-coms, but if you woke up to the reality of the world, you would realize your alliance is weak as shit and you're vulnerable as hell.
I'm not proud of it, but I spent a long time exploiting people's weaknesses to take over various dimensions. And you two do seem pretty vulnerable. We're not vulnerable, we're in love.
You have raised a truly excellent point, Gak. You just might make for a smart alliance yourself. Maybe someday we'll make a point to check out each other's bank balances and list of assets.
Holy fuck, checking bank balances and asset lists are basically second base for Vera. You gain 2 charm and 1 boldness. Okay, so the one day that, like, we do not go out at all for Vera, and we're actually hunting another item, is the day I do well with Vera.
You just gotta stop trying.
Yeah,
Stop trying.
I guess so. But she seems like the person that you have to try for.
Depends.
Okay, what do we feel like we might need?
What's next?
I think our smarts is probably still good.
Yeah.
We could get some more fun, or some boldness, or some charm or something.
Fun. Do
Fun?
fun.
Okay,
Fun. Fun.
I'm gonna see where this item comes into play. Blah blah blah, demons and shit. Too
Well,
fun.
we're not doing a multiplayer one, so there are more things for us.
Okay.
Oh, locket.
Oh, you finally managed to snag a few moments alone. You take the opportunity to open that locket you bought in the shop. Inside is a faded sepia photograph of a young woman. A chill suffuses the air, and a reedy voice speaks to you from nowhere.
That was Esmeralda, my one true love. If only I'd been better to her. But I feel in love with that bottle instead. Forgive me, I should introduce myself.
Sighs the spirit.
My name is Winston Montgomery, and this is my story.
Whoa! Did that disembodied voice just admit to having a drinking problem? I love imbibing alcoholic spirits.
Wait,
Says the voice.
what about my request to redeem myself? This is bound to be an adventure full of pathos and complex lore.
Fuck that, Polly's way hotter than this dumb antique locket. You crush it up and divide it into lines. Oh my god, we're gonna get possessed, aren't we?
Hell yeah! Can't wait to spend my entire plotline with my good friend Gak getting absolutely twisted on freaky drugs.
Uh-oh.
I heard your special holiday-related interactions with our classmates got kinda dark and emotional, but that's not gonna happen with me. I'm Polly, baby. No skeletons in my closet. I'm a ghost. Ghosts don't got no skeletons.
We're gonna find out how she died.
But wait.
Pollylock's eyes became suddenly very serious.
We can't do these drugs
What?
without taking the proper safety precautions. Responsible drug use is the cornerstone of health.
Okay, that sounds more like her. You couldn't agree more. You share your #1 haunted locket snoring safety tip with her to show her you know what's up. Holly, you deserve nothing less than pure, unadulterated spirit. Test this locket to make sure it's not cut with Lich, or Banshee, or Clorox. Always stay hydrated. What are we working off of here? What is always stay hydrated? I think that's a smart thing. What would the first one be? Boldness, maybe?
Probably.
I doubt it's fun, and if it's creativity, we definitely don't want it. I kind of think the second one is the best way to go. What do you guys think?
I don't know.
I have a strong feeling towards the second one. Why don't we go with that, and hopefully we don't screw this up.
Okay.
Yes!
Yay!
Okay.
Yes, hydration is critical to a good drug experience. Normal water goes right through me, so I always keep a flask of holy water on hand in case I get thirsty. And if I'm really thirsty, I just think about one of my classmates naked and get super wet. I love hydration. Alright, enough talking. Let's play Do the Drugs.
You do the hell out of those drugs, netting yourself +2 charm, but then somebody has to show up and spoil your +1 fun.
Oh, come on, you two. Getting high on random substances again? This has got to stop. You're taking unnecessary risks and screwing up your life.
What life? This is my afterlife, girls.
Oh my god, it speaks.
Oh, who wants this one?
Polly, you know that's not what joy meant. It's just you do take a lot of drugs.
Okay, well, answer me this. Are you this judgmental of Damien and Scott chugging energy drinks like water, or eating high-sugar junk food? You cool with that?
It's not the same. That's a new face.
Isn't it? Okay, let me turn the happy-go-lucky Polly off for a second here. Does ecstasy carry more immediate risk than chocolate? Sure. But that doesn't mean you cannot fuck your health abusing caffeine and refined sugars, or that you can't do recreational drugs in a mindful way.
Okay.
If your whole substance use policy boils down to don't do drugs, kids, you'll never learn how to actually think about what you're putting in your body.
She brings up a valid point.
Yeah. So, you'd rather go around telling kids to do drugs? Great plan, Polly.
I'm not saying that, but kids are going to realize there are some drugs that can actually be fun, regardless of what you tell them. So you can stick with your whole anti-drug bullshit and get a lot of uneducated people, or you can try to actually give proper substance use advice. You know, stuff like, know the substance, know your body, know the context. Always do drugs to have a good time, never to escape a bad one. Build your own set of rules and never break them so you maintain control of your consumption.
Yeah.
Those are actually pretty decent principles.
Yeah.
Of course they are. When I was alive, I was pretty kick-ass when it came to doing drugs responsibly.
Gab, I think this is you.
Okay. I mean, we've seen you doing meth just because you are bored of the afterlife, so I find that a little hard to believe. It's not the same. Know your body, remember? I'm a ghost, don't got nobody to fuck up. But when I was alive, I didn't do that kind of fucked up stuff. Nah, no way of doing that and not fucking yourself up too bad too fast. And when I did the other stuff, be it ecstasy, coke, shrooms, or whatever, I did it recreationally and followed all of that advice. Listen, I'm not saying you should go and do some acid, nor am I saying that you should never eat candy or drink coffee. There's a good and a bad way of doing both. But substance use is not the same as substance abuse. It's all about learning the difference. Anyway, I'm having a good time here, so leave me alone, okay? Why don't you focus on evil corporations marketing highly addictive sugary treats to children?
This suddenly got very PSA.
Uh-huh. Not a terrible idea. Sorry for judging you.
Damn right, if I want to crush up the spirit of a long-dead rando and snort it, that's my business and no one else's. Well, hold on. That was someone's spirit? That changes everything.
I had a feeling that's where this was going.
I mean, sure, you're making choices that are safe for you, but you've also got to do some due diligence to make sure you're not harming other people.
You won't leave me alone, will you? I'm starting to think you three have a buzzkill kink or something.
Well, maybe if you'd ever been harmed by someone's drug use, you wouldn't be so cavalier about these things.
This took a turn.
Big assumption you're making there. You think I've never been harmed by someone's substance abuse? Someone else's substance abuse is how I die.
There it is.
Seriously, Polly. Now's not the time for your hilarious running gag. You're being irresponsible and you need to...
Oh, am I?
Oh!
That's a new face.
Okay, fuck this. You think this is irresponsible? How about I show you irresponsible?
That doesn't seem necessary. But it's too late. Polly's normally bubbly energy undergoes a complete and horrible change. She recedes into the wall, and all throughout the school you begin to hear the sounds of screaming and explosions.
Uh-oh. Fuck.
Well
then.
that
Oof.
went poorly.
Wow. Alright.
So, I don't know whether this particular section has anything to do with anything. We could
I
go
don't...
sit with Polly, I guess, or the wolf pack, or get you know what, Polly. Let's see what's up with this, because maybe this feels like a Polly route.
Alright.
Alright. No, okay. God damn it. Alright. I'm trying to comprehend your request.
What is there to comprehend? It's really simple, Miranda. Take my cell phone, snap a pic of me face planting in my food with my eyes closed, tongue out.
But wherefore?
Right here, Miranda.
You're about to point out that wherefore means why, but luckily Polly elaborates on her own, so you don't have to look like a fucking know-it-all.
It's a new meme, Miranda, like flanking or dabbing. It's called food poisoning, and it's dope as fuck. Don't you have cool trends in your kingdom?
I suppose we do.
Did it pause for you? Chibi?
Hello?
Oh, you there, Chibi.
Yes, I am. Sorry.
It's cute.
I died for a second.
Oh no.
Oh! We have a fun trend called Revere Your Rulers. It's where you show nothing but the utmost devotion to the royal family. If you're good at it, you get a lot of likes on social media, and also not executed.
Do you ever listen to yourself when you speak?
I don't think she does.
I bet you know some pretty cool trends, don't you, Gak?
Heck yeah, you do, don't you? I surely do. It's entitled
It's
Silverware.
called
What?
Dying.
Silverware wear. And it's where you take your most expensive cutlery and dress it in very fancy tiny outfits. Yep, it's called dyeing. Let's go with dyeing.
Yes! Dying is my fucking fave. I mean, listen, the first time I did it, I was like, okay, now I don't get to be alive anymore. But then when all the cool ghost stuff kicked in, I was like, OMG, dying is awesome. Everyone should die.
I feel like this doesn't mesh with the storyline that we're currently on.
No.
I'm not sure I would be into this dying trend. But I do know that Daddy's reign helps many peasants achieve this need, so it's nice to know they are becoming super popular on social media in the process.
Remind me not to ever hang out in Miranda's kingdom on break. But hey, Gak, maybe you and I can hang out and do some dying together.
You're a zombie. We're kind of already dead, too. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay, what are our stats looking like?
We have the most charm, and then smarts,
Okay.
and then fun, and then boldness, and then creativity, and money.
We could go for some charm, maybe, and make that our highest stat.
Okay.
Epic dodgeball match. Fellow player attempts to throw ball itself and says a blah 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 blah. 2 charm. Cool. It's business as usual, Spooky High, except that lately Polly becomes a wrathful specter from time to time in order to terrorize the entire school. No one can sit down in class because chairs are constantly flying across the room. All the water fountains are gushing blood, and everyone's drugs are gone.
This is unacceptable.
I'm sure there's a way to solve this peacefully. We only need to talk to Polly. She's actually very nice when you get to know her.
No, Faith. There's only one solution. A climactic showdown wherein we seal Polly inside an enchanted jar and end her rampage.
Pump the brakes, you three. In my experience, anytime someone says there's only one solution, there are usually multiple solutions.
At least 2. We're not interested in doing any crimes, Vera.
Only 5 or 6 of my potential solutions involved crimes. How about this one, though? Has it ever occurred to you that Polly might have a reason for flipping out like this?
You know, Vera has a point. Ghosts usually only behave like this when they have some kind of unfinished business.
Everyone has some unfinished business, and it'd be a nice change of pace if instead of judging other people as allies or enemies from your self-righteous throne, you actually try to understand them better.
Okay then, what's Polly's deal?
You're higher than she is if you think I'll go around talking about her private life. Polly is one of the only people I would never betray. She's one of the few good ones around here.
I got money says the other one's Scott.
But you go ahead and do your best to get to her to understand her. And if I see you trying to seal her inside of an enchanted whatever, I will make this your final season.
Ooh, canceled.
GB?
Hello. It keeps cutting out.
Unfortunate.
Was it really too much to ask her just to tell us what's going on?
But Joy, she's not wrong. How can we pretend to save people if we don't try to learn how they are hurting?
Fine.
Okay, we're on the same page now. But what are we supposed to do in order to learn about the unfinished business of a troubled ghost?
In these situations, there's always a pale, creepy kid who talks to ghosts. We just need to get that little fucker to spill the beans. Use a Ouija board to call her mom.
What are our stats?
Well, should we figure out what to do?
That's kind of what I'm trying to think of.
The first one, since we're going to talk to someone, it sounds like a charm stat.
Well, the second one's also about talking to someone.
Well, no.
Or is that a
but
creativity?
Calling her mom is the smart choice.
Oh.
Think about it, guys.
Maybe. I'm just trying to rule out creativity here.
I don't think creativity is a choice here.
Okay. So you're saying the first one's probably a charm thing?
Well, yeah, because we're trying to get this kid to spill the beans. We gotta charm him somehow.
And our charm is above our smarts right now, right?
I can't read.
Well, I thought that's what Gav said before.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I'm just hoping the first one's not boldness.
Just go with the first one.
Alright, we'll go with the first one.
You're in the gut.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, that kid Cole over at Spooky Elementary is super pale and he talks to ghosts all the time. He's been in like 3 different horror movies.
He's got to know something about Polly.
You find Cole sitting alone in a darkened church. He is indeed super pale, stares off into space a lot, and has a tendency to mumble. Are we gonna get to see this kid?
I don't think so.
Honestly, this doesn't seem like the type of guy Polly would hang out with, but what the hell, right?
Are the 2 new characters these 2?
I don't know.
Because we definitely did not meet people through the locket.
I don't think so. These 2 are more, they've got, like, routes set up with, like, other items that are in, the DLC. But,
Alright.
I don't know. I'm trying to figure out how the locket even has, like, anything to do with anything. Anyway,
I mean,
whatever.
it set up the drug stuff.
Yeah, true. Hey kid, do you know anything about how Polygeist died?
Cole turns his dead eyes on you, then suddenly he says in a tone far too solemn for a kid. Yeah, of course I do. I talk to Polly all the time.
How so? Does she creep into your room at night, plague your dreams, and compel you to draw creepy pictures of you murdering your parents? What?
Nah, I just text her a lot on WhatsApp. She added me because we're number neighbors. Every couple weeks she gets super drunk and starts talking about that car accident.
And?
You know what? I feel like sharing any more would violate the sacred bond between number neighbors. If you really want to know, you should probably just ask her yourself. She's really open.
Oof.
At least she's really open with me, a random boy she added on a messaging app because we have similar phone numbers.
Yeah, that sounds very Polly. Anyway, thanks kid, you've been a big help.
Cole shrugs and returns to his busy schedule of staring creepily off into space. You gain some important knowledge about your friend and also 2 smarts and 1 creativity. Okay, so now smarts is our top stat.
No, it's still charm.
Still charm. Huh. I thought they were like neck and neck. Morning of the next day. What are we gonna do? I feel like charm has not really, like, set us astray. We could keep going with that if we want, unless we want to up
Yeah,
a
let's do
dump
it.
stat.
Let's do it.
Okay. You're in control, man.
More charm.
So, epic humor interactions, blah blah, peaking your overkill and killing to optimize and the people hard to charm. After a fearsome battle, you find that you, Vera, and Scott are the sole survivors of a okay, so it's probably going to wait till the evening to do the final bit of this.
Yeah, it's always the last one.
Damn, are we the only ones alive? Shit, I can't afford to lose. I don't want that on my academic resume.
No, not losing. Losing is like not a good thing.
Don't worry, Scott. Oh my god, it's just me. Don't worry, Scott. Losing is like winning, except it's losing.
I'm not sure if I should feel worried or relieved.
Worried Scott, losing is bad. A loser Scott is a bad Scott.
I don't want to be a bad Scott.
Then what we need is a fast way to turn this game around.
There's no way to win this dodgeball match unless we completely change the rules of dodgeball as we know them. It's time to unleash your sick acting skills. Pretend you've caught a disease to stop the match. Okay, that's definitely a creativity thing. I think the first one's a smart thing. Is smart our second highest stat?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any possibility that the second answer is charm?
No.
Alright, first stat. You swiftly flee to the International Ministry of Sports and start a complex legal process. After an absurd whirlwind of legal action and bribery, you finally drastically change the rules of dodgeball. You go back to high school, and the new rule set favors your team in incomprehensible ways.
Scott, you focus on catching the blue flamingo to gain 50 more points.
What?
Gotcha. You two dance the tango so we can win this thing.
I'm confused.
You dance all the right moves that officially end the match way ahead of the other team, who are still combing the hair of their team llama.
I thought this was supposed to be dodgeball.
It is.
Well, I have no idea what just happened, but according to this rulebook, you won! Holy cow, kids, I didn't remember any of these rules.
Neither do I.
I guess my memory lost. I guess my memory lost at remembering stuff.
Oh, my memory lost at remembering stuff, okay.
Don't worry, coach. Losing is like winning, except instead of winning, it's losing.
That's right, Vera. And if you learn that, it means I've won at the ancient sport of teaching.
Who knew that subverting the rules of a sport was that easy? We live in a wonderful and twisted world. You end up reverting the rules back to how they were before, but boy, was that fun. You gain 2 creativity and 1 fun. Alright, moving on. We should be getting to the last... Well, we're getting to lunch, and then we'll get to the last leg of our thing. Here's the question that's weighing on my mind. Do you think we're going to have to ask Polly or ask no one?
No one.
No one? Okay. Well, in that regard,
That's typically how these ones go, at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then who should we do with? Want to hang out with Dahlia?
Yeah, why not?
Sure.
No one really wants to sit with Dahlia, which means you get a table all to yourself. Sweet. The less sweet part is that you have to sit at a table with Dahlia. Hey, look at me. I'm worried about you.
Hi.
Don't look so surprised. I care. I am a caring person. I care about my allies.
Yay!
Yay! You get the feeling she doesn't have that many allies. Look, the point is you look pretty scrawny to me, and that's a problem. How are you ever going to defeat your rival if you're scrawny? You try to explain that you don't really see anyone as a rival, but Dahlia presses a finger to your lips, shushing you. Don't talk. Listen, I've seen you prancing around school, flirting with all your classmates, trying to take them to prom. Sure, you're not fighting any glorious battles like I am, but I think you have do have a rival named Rejection. And I know the best way to defeat any rival, through a good old-fashioned anime workout. Shit, you're kind of starting to think she has a point. Hey, it couldn't hurt to try, right? Dahlia offers you a choice between 2 workouts. Getting thrown off a cliff or punching a waterfall until it runs backwards. Okay, the second one sounds amazing. Can we go for that?
Yeah, why not?
Let's do this. Okay, but remember, the point is to strive for something that's seemingly impossible. You probably won't actually make the waterfall flow backwards unless you achieve some kind of unmatched power level and start glowing with key energy or something. We get to go Super Saiyan! I'm just trying to manage your expectations. But little does Dahlia know, in addition to being a monster and a high school student, you've actually also been a Super Saiyan this entire time! You regularly dye your hair because you just want to live a normal life. 15,000 rapid-fire punches from you is all it takes to reverse the direction of Monstropolis' biggest waterfall, thus creating the world's first reverse water slide. Sweet, you spend the rest of the period sliding up the waterfall with all your friends and gain +4 fun. Well, if we needed fun for Polly... We got it. I feel like our stats are probably pretty stacked at this point.
Go
All right.
wherever.
Let's just increase the charm.
We need that charm. You can get that charm.
Charming.
Epic dodgeball. Blah, blah, blah. Eliminated. Yada, yada. Sudden, heartfelt speech. And blah, 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 blah. 2 charm. But you don't have time for that. You slip away with the Coven as soon as you can to go find Polly, armed with your new knowledge. You finally encounter her in the school's sub-basement, surrounded by empty nitrous oxide canisters, alternately cackling and weeping as she fucks with the power supply.
Oh.
That is unfortunate.
Polly! We know about the car accident. You said someone else's substance abuse is how you died. That was actually true, wasn't it?
That's sad. We want to help.
Oh, you want to help, do you? Yet you run around judging people and trying to solve problems that you don't even understand. You're trying to teach me about the consequences of substance abuse as if I needed to learn about it. Ha! I've gotten flack for doing drugs all my life, but I'm not dumb. When I was alive, I was mindful and responsible. Always substance use, never substance abuse. You know who didn't know the difference that well? My father.
That is a new face.
I knew the difference. I was always responsible. And still, I died.
Why is the little one still smiling at this?
I don't know.
Did they not give her a facial response to that? That seems a little off.
So what do you have to say to that, huh? What wacky advice or wild distraction do you have planned now? Come on, I'm waiting.
For once, maybe it would be better not to debate between absurd plans. Maybe today is a good day just to be sincere. Go ahead and just... Again, the little one is still smiling. I don't feel like that should be the facial animation for this. Go ahead and just tell her you do want to understand her if she wants to tell you more about her father and you're here to listen. You can see she's hurting, so start by making her see you understand that you were wrong to judge her so fast on her relationship with these substances. Today, you're not here to judge. I don't feel like either of these answers was wrong.
No.
And I don't know how our stats apply to this.
Let's see. Go ahead and just tell her that you do want to understand. If she wants to tell you more about her father, you're here to listen. To go ahead and tell her. Like, that's kind of a bold sort of thing.
Yeah, I'd say so.
That's a fair point. Let's go with the second one because our boldness is very low.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
But if you're, like, seeing that she's hurting and you're trying to feel it out, that's you
Charming.
being charming.
Charming for the win this entire game.
I see. Thanks. So I told you I always followed all that good advice when I did drugs when I was alive, right? I learned how my body responded to getting high. I read about any shit I decided I was doing. Learned what I needed to carry just in case and how much time I had to wait until doing it again. The nights that I decided I was not getting high, I stuck to my decision and said no to any friend who offered me anything. And I never did anything when I was in a low point, in order to avoid teaching myself that any substance was a way of escaping my issues.
Very smart.
But not my dad. He was a poor man crushed under the excruciating expectations his father put on him. He lived in perpetual disappointment, life being this big constant defeat. So he started drinking to escape that misery. And whatever you use to forget your problems, you need to use it again and again, because when the vodka wears off, you're still the same person with the same issues. I get it, he was hurting so bad, it broke my heart. But that was never grounds to put all of us, any of us, at risk. And you know the funny part? He's the one who survived the car accident.
That's terrible, Polly.
It is.
I guess if anyone knows the difference between use and abuse, it's you. And we understand that now. Being a ghost and all, you can go wilder without real consequences for yourself. But you should still mind the consequences you impose on other people. If not, as much as you see the bad in what your father did, you're still here, making the same mistakes he made.
Ellipses. You're actually right. Maybe I should care a bit more.
Yes. Go and enjoy your afterlife your way. You're right about that. Just be mindful of how that might affect other lives.
And with that last piece of wisdom, Polly starts to shine in a strange way while slowly phasing out.
Oh. What? I guess this is my true unfinished business. I'm finally ready to move on out of this plane.
Somehow I don't think that she actually will.
Thanks. Really, thanks.
Beautiful light surrounds her as she says these last words, and finally she disappears. You look at each other with tears in your eyes. You will never forget this, the sometimes complex but always awesome fan favorite, Pollygeist.
Aww.
Pray.
Yay!
Ha! You should have seen the look on your faces. What a bunch of nerds.
Scott
Nah,
should just show up and be like, Prank Masters with a Z.
Nah, this is all just regular phasing out. I have this rad party in the Nether Realms I wanted to attend, so I need to leave. But don't worry guys, tonight I'm partying in a slightly more responsible way. For real though, thanks.
This time she phases out for good.
Gosh, she's a handful, huh? I have to admit, it's hard not to like her at least a little bit.
We did a good thing today.
Yes, we did.
And with that, the screen fades to black and the credits roll. You're hella confused, but this is what you get when you go on adventures with the Coven. But hey, you also get 2 boldness and 1 charm, so don't complain. So yeah, we're thinking we don't go with anyone for this particular one?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Makes sense. We'll see if it works out. You're daydreaming of prom, but suddenly Polly phases. Okay, cool. Phases in out of nowhere.
Hey, Boo. I
get
wanted
it.
to thank you. You and the nerds were really nice to me the other day. All that left me thinking, I had this heavy feeling, like a burden. My unfinished business wasn't just telling you about how I died. I realized I've been carrying some pain and conflicted feelings. It's hard. What my dad did wasn't okay. It was a horrible thing that had even more horrible consequences. I hate him for putting himself at risk, for putting us at risk. I hate that because of him we're no longer together. But at the same time, he's still my father, and I love him. I know deep down he's not a bad person, even if he did a terrible thing. Under all the pain, he always loved us. On some nights I visit him, and I see how much he hurts after we died, and my heart breaks. You know, he sobered up after the accident. He did change. But if you saw the sadness in his eyes, Gak, he's trying his best, and yet life is more overwhelming than ever. Life should be about enjoying being alive. If you focus on all that heavy bullshit, you risk becoming miserable. And yet, by forcing myself to always be carefree, I too was trying to escape from my pain. Life is a celebration, but I guess it's also okay to hurt. And there is liberation in dealing with your issues and your unfinished business. And in my case, I have this big-ass unfinished business I need to solve. All these bottled feelings. I still bleed for what he did, and at the same time, I miss him so much. I miss my dad, Gak.
You say nothing. You just hug her. Polly bursts into tears.
No.
You think to yourself, some situations are not meant to be solved in 3 weeks, or through a wacky plotline.
No.
But if we're patient, and we're there for our loved ones, if only just to be there on their darkest nights, then maybe, one day, everything will be okay.
I forgive you. I hope you can forgive yourself too. See you. P.
Oh, look at the little one in the dad's arms. It's Polly.
Yeah.
Polly has a brother, or sister. I can't tell which.
Baby sibling.
Baby sibling, and a mom.
Aw.
Well, that
Alright.
was quite an ending. Best of being alone. Okay. I mean, I guess. Well, that was the Halloween update.
That was... Wow.
Yeah, a little heavier than their normal
Yeah.
stuff. Pretty good, though. Good for them for going there.
Yeah, no, they actually, like, approached that in, like, a good way,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I like that. Torture machines, fun marriage, calculus, Robo
University.
3. Do. All right, so that was the Halloween ending, or the Halloween update.
So we got
I'm actually
two...
I feel pretty good about the fact that we were actually able to do that in one go and not have
Yeah.
any severe issues. I think we're actually
Yeah.
getting better at this game. Maybe
Yeah.
one day we'll actually do well enough to get the what do you call it? The special secret sauce endings.
Oh.
There are other endings that we have unlocked pretty recently, so maybe we'll have to get back to this game a little more often at some point.
We just need that stupid fairy bottle.
Yeah. Well, we got that cult ring thing, and there's that police report that we can do at some point. If we were to do a long game, we might be able to do them both at the same time.
Yeah,
Depending on if they
would
would destroy the
just
world
need
or not.
multiple people to do it.
Yeah, we might be able to.
So.
We might be able to do that at some point. Get a little extra stuff in and done on a run. That'd be nice. I'm just waiting to see the end picture that we're gonna
Yeah.
have for this one. I feel like we already kind of got an end picture for that Polly just kind of said had with the dad, but who knows? Maybe there's some other ones.
There might be one. I don't know. Unless it maybe it's just like the statue thingy holding hands icon thing. Those were words that came out of my mouth. You heard them.
I didn't understand them.
Yeah, neither did I.
Okay, so you know how like it's the logo? Like sometimes we'll just have the logo.
Oh.
That.
Okay. Thanks for playing. Thank you for making it.
Yeah.
Unlock some new stuff, new images
Just
and
one
whatnot.
new image.
Cool. Oh,
That's it.
well, whatever. Anyway, we'll be back with this at some point. Got some more games. We're looking to this coming month, complete some games that we haven't finished yet from this year. So look forward to those. If you've been waiting on us to finish some games that we haven't already got an ending for, look out for that, because that's what we're probably going to be doing. So we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Hey, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell icon for notifications. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, and feel free to check out some of our other gaming videos, our weekly podcast Anime Yay or Nay, or our parody series Madoka Magically Abridged. See you next time!